Montoya and Joe Burnett.
And let me tell you, Jacob, if you people are here looking for some hand-to-hand fight, you're bringing to the right place, because tonight is going to be a barn burner. And here we go. Without further ado, I would like to take you to our ring announcer, legendary Tommy the Tiger Hunt Guerrero. All right, what's up, TFA Fight fans? All right, you guys know the drill. A lot of you guys have been here a bunch of times. This is Tfa Xxx. Alright, for some of you guys who don't know, that's 30 shows. Todd Meacham has done 30 of these event times. I've been fortunate enough to fight 4 of them. I'm still the lightweight title holder for the Total Fight Alliance, and I'm proud of this organization. These guys are about to put on some of the most spectacular fights you guys are going to see. But I want all of you fans right now to remember why these guys do this. None of these guys get paid. These guys sweat and bled for 8 weeks so you guys can support them so they can get better. This is amateur, guys. These guys are in here to make each other better. That's it. So I don't want to hear any booing. I don't want to hear any of that. When either guy wins, everybody better get up on their feet. These guys are doing this for you, and each other. Think about that. These 2 men are stepping in a steel fucking cage, punching each other in the face to make each other better. That's what you guys are about to see. Without further ado, I give you the biggest mouth of mixed martial arts, our founder, our visionary, Tfa Xxx, and his warriors. All these warriors are big. Get on your feet. These guys are here for you. Get up. 1, 2, and
Hey, Gilchrist Garrido here. Friends call me Tino. I train from Carson Garage with my coach Mariano. It's going to be my first amateur fight. Comfortable anywhere, ground, standing, clinch, wherever it goes. Ready to put on a show with TFA. Ready to mix it up, and let's do this.
My name is Nathan Samioa. I'm fighting out at Systems Training Center with Ian Harris. I'd like to thank Joey and Todd for giving me this opportunity to fight on the TFA fight card, March 21st. My opponent will be Gilchrist Garrido. Really don't know much about him. I know it's his first fight. It's my first fight. I know he's eager to get in the ring, you know, and bang it out with me. I'm gonna be in there headhunting as well too. So ready to give a great show, and hopefully there's a knockout. Thank you.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maverick the Soul Collector Harvey here at TFA 30 with Jacob Woods. Jacob, let's go over the roster for tonight.
We've got 9 great fights set up for you tonight, including 2 super heavyweight fights. Looks like the first fight is in the red corner is going to be Gilchrist Garrido versus Nathan Samoya, both at 125 pounds.
That's right, Jacob, and it's their premier fight tonight. That's their debut. Both fighters are 0-0. Both of them equivalently have about the same experience with training.
And they're both very young. I feel old looking at their birth dates, the 1990 and 1991, Gilchrist and Nathan respectively. So with that youth comes a lot of energy. We're going to probably see a lot of combinations, a lot of takedowns.
125 pounds, a freestyle fighter out of the Carson Garage. Give it up for Gilchrist Garrido.
If bragging rights are anything from city to city, you got a local Carson guy against a Compton guy, so you know the crowd's going to be on their feet, you know, that city rivalry.
So Gilchrist Garrido, you were making your debut with the TFA today. Today's a big day of the fight.
Yep.
Where's your head right now?
Just on the fight, that's it. Nowhere else. Just not wandering, just having a clear mind. Just getting ready for the fight, that's it.
How have you prepared for today's fight?
Eating right, constantly working out, constantly staying in shape, and just keeping my mind straight, not partying or anything, even though I wanted to, but I can't, you know, that kind of thing. That's about it.
What do you feel your strengths are? Give us a little bit about your background.
I kind of don't really have a background. I started training not too long ago, about a couple months ago and such. I'd say all around MMA. Yeah, didn't really focus on one area, focus on all areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Focus on all areas.
Yep.
You're diversified.
Yep, pretty much.
Good for you. Good luck tonight, man.
Thank you, man.
Can't wait for these guys to start banging. Again, they're both making their debut in MMA, so they're going to be battling a lot of nerves initially. So I bet both these guys are just going to come out swinging.
Right. It says here that Nathan Samoya was a wrestler, and Gilchrist, he went to El Camino College. He ran track in high school. Is already there? See, athleticism is a big part of mixed martial arts, especially here at TFA. We're seeing a lot of collegiate athletes, high school athletes that have some type of athletic background here introducing themselves into MMA.
I'm standing here with Nathan Samoya, who's making his debut with the TFA. Nathan, how do you feel about today's fight?
Feel pretty good. Training went well, and weight cut was fairly easy. So. And you know, I already have experience with weight cutting with my wrestling background, so you know that kind of felt as an advantage with the weight cut aspect. That didn't seem as a problem.
What are some of your strengths? You just mentioned wrestling.
Yeah, it's wrestling, and I feel like you know, I did some boxing when I was younger, and so I felt like this is you know, kind of getting back into the rhythm of it. So I felt like, you know, I picked up things pretty quickly. Also, you know, the transition was pretty easy going from wrestling into jiu-jitsu. So I felt like, you know, the transition was okay.
And when did you decide you wanted to fight?
It's something that I always had in the back of my head. It's just, you know, right out of high school, I focused on college and wrestling in college. Then after my college wrestling career was over, then I started seeing, you know, what could be the next step for me. And I found MMA.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you got the right background for it,
yeah.
So good luck tonight, man.
Thank you very much.
But tonight we're going to start this show a little different, alright? Todd's coming back. This is his 30th time in this cage. Having fighters coming in here beating hell out of each other. So he's going to start this show. Then you got to listen to me yell for the rest of the night.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a fight? All right, here we go.
Well, here we go. Todd Meacham's infamous words, produced by Toby Greer, in the cage as a ring announcer. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. In the red corner for you at home, Gilchrist Carlito in the red corner versus Nathan Samoa in the blue corner.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first fight of the night. Both these men are at 125 pounds, very similar in height as well. So you're going to see a lot of action, a lot of energy. They're both very young, making their debut. So let's see what happens.
And for those of you at home watching Camo for the first time, boy, these guys are slinging them. If you see the introduction of 2014, what they've introduced into amateur mixed martial arts is the shin protectors for the leg strikes. Now in mixed martial arts, amateur mixed martial arts, they're having them fight with shin protectors now. And they disband the training shirts. So now they don't have to wear the shirts, but they have the heavier gloves and the shin guards to protect them.
That's a good point, Maverick. Here we go with Nathan Samoa making his first takedown. Nathan's been a little more active with the flurry of punches so far, but let's see what happens. But you're right, Maverick. In the past, you did not have to wear shin guards, and they had a red or a blue camo shirt. So it's good for the guys that have the physiques, right? They can kind of show off that they've been training a lot.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest complaints was the fact that, you know, this is supposed to be prepping them for that. And by having them wear a shirt, that's not how they're going to be fighting as a pro. So I can understand the bigger, softer glove and the shin guards, but the shirt was kind of pointless. Besides, it was easier to determine who was in the red versus the blue corner.
That's a good point. And now we're seeing the scene is changing a little bit. We're seeing Gilchrist in the red corner being a little more active. But like I predicted, both these guys are out there to slug, and they're just hitting with everything that they got.
Yeah, that's right. And Nathan vowing for the takedown, but by pound for pound by hands, both these guys are slinging the same amount of punches. They both made the resilient same amount of contact as both fighters. The red corner's taking down the blue corner's taking down the red corner. So they're pretty even on the cards right now, unless something really changes right here with Gilchrist.
Yeah, it looks like Nathan in the blue corner is on top, throwing some punches, trying to land some punches. And he needs to pass his guard, which he just did.
Yeah, but like I said, they're evenly matched. Look at them going back and forth. What a first round. I can't score it either or. I mean, it's pretty evenly matched at this point.
Yeah, I couldn't. It's pretty much a draw for the first round for me. Both these guys are going back and forth. Nathan came out a little stronger, but Gilchrist ended a little stronger as well. So that's a tough one. So hopefully they can keep up this energy for the second and third round.
Well, we're going to see right now. Conditioning is a month. I've been a big advocate of that. That doesn't matter what you know unless you have the gas to go. We're going to see what both fighters do when they come out. I don't like seeing the fighters in MMA sitting down on the bench in between rounds. We've talked about that before, about the blood collecting in your feet, especially in MMA. Hopefully these guys will take it to another level. We'll see who's got the most gas coming in the second round. But once again, both fighters evenly matched thus far. We're looking at a draw here in the first round.
Yeah, this has been an exciting first round and a great way to start the evening. But as you said, we'll see who's got enough gas in their tank. I mean, these guys not only are fighting, like we talked about before, they're making their debut, so they're even more nervous than on top of this fight. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you, being a first fight, adrenaline is a key. It's a bust. It releases the endorphins inside. Looks like the referee's got a false start. He's going to push them back to their corners. These guys are ready to go. The fans at the first fight here tonight are already on their feet. Once again, it's an exciting match at TFA 30. Let's see what round 2 takes these two gentlemen.
We'll see. They come out being a little more hesitant in the beginning of the first round. We're throwing a couple of leg kicks. It looks like that Nathan is dominating a little more on the takedowns a little bit in the second round. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I got to tell you one thing that I noticed, Jacob. I'm sure you agree with me on this. Their composure is pretty good for a first-time fight. I mean, they're slinging them because of the lighter guys are going to throw a lot more punches. But their composure is pretty good. They seem to be breathing fairly well. They don't seem to be gassing. And the energy level seems to be at the same pace, if not just a little bit less. More. That's a straight right, but I think it was more of a graduated drop than due to a strike. But a big reversal from the blue corner of Nathan Samoa.
Yeah, it looks like Gilchrist had dropped Nathan on the ground, and Nathan, to his credit, got up, and he's back inside of Gilchrist's guard. He needs to break out of that guard and try and throw those punches. It's hard to throw those punches sometimes when you're in someone else's guard, just because you don't have the leverage you would have if you weren't trapped between his legs.
Well, we entered the first round with Gilchrist mounted Samoa dropping punches, and now we have Nathan mounted Gilchrist trying to switch it up and get the top. But we don't get some action going on other referees, especially this level. I'm not going to let them sit there and start for too long. It's going to have to be a reversal, or something's going to have to happen.
I can't quite see, but to your point, that's going to do something. One great thing about amateur MMA is every round is 2 minutes versus the professional round that has 3 minutes. So you got to keep the excitement going. 2 minutes is not a lot of time at all. The referee's going to continue to push the action, push the pace, which really makes for an exciting fight for all of his fans out there.
Well, it looks like Gilchrist did a reversal again. He's now in the guard of Samoa. That's the end of round 2. There was some good showmanship into that. Both gentlemen shook hands right after that round. A little slow to their feet this time, so you can see gas is taking it up, but it looks like Nathan Samoa had his hands in the air. I think he's got a little bit less less work for wear.
I didn't notice that, but that second round was a little slower paced for sure. So maybe their gas tank is getting a little lower. I think Gilchrist did a good job dropping Nathan to the ground. It looks like, however he did it, he still dropped him, which counts for something in the scoring. And they went back and forth on the ground. But who would you give that round to? I'm going to give it to maybe it's a tough one, honestly. I can't really decide who to give that round to.
You know, I'm going to give it to one thing of this. I'm going to give it to composure. And both those guys have composed themselves. You know, whether one is up and the other, it's going to be a slight advantage. It looks like Samoa's got more gas, but Gilchrist gave a little bit more performance that round. So, you know, but still, it's still on the ref's card right now. Round 3, you see a clear dominance from one or the other, or I think it's going to go to a decision.
And so you never want to leave it to the judges, and you want to set your own destiny.
Well, Samoa with a good combination and a nice straight jab with a right with a low leg kick, and it looks like Gilchrist came right back at it. Samoa is loving that low leg kick and following up with the right, but Gilchrist answering right back, just not even caring about those combinations. But Nathan taking him down, and there they are on the ground again.
You know, both these guys are kind of throwing quite a bit, looks like haymakers a little bit. Their hands aren't quite tight after they throw their punches, but they seem to be landing. So, hey, if it works, keep doing it.
Well, yeah, you know, once again, it's round 3. It's a debut fight. Adrenaline's pumping. It looks like Nathan is trying to continue with that ground and pound. He came out with a low leg kick and a straight right, low leg kick with an uppercut, low leg kick with a hook, and the problem was he did the same circuit 3 times in a row. And it looks like he's trying to submit Gilchrist right now, but I don't know if he's got it in all the way.
You don't want to mix. You need change. You need to do different things when you're a stand-up. If you do the same thing, looks like the fight's over.
Oh, well, it looks like the referee had a little bit of early stoppage there. We'll have to go down to the referee's card and find out what happened. Exciting TFA at the Longshoremen's Hall, TFA 30.
TFA fans, how about that for your opening fight? Alright, let's get these 2 fights this set, guys. We got a pretty clear winner on this one. Alright guys, give it up. These both guys just had their first mixed martial arts fight ever, guys. Think about that. Talk about laying it all on the line for the first time. Damn. That is TFA Fights. And your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, 1 minute, 15 seconds into the 3rd round by TKO, Tfa Xxx. Good guys, first challenger for Rio. An amazing first fight.
It was both of your guys' debut fight, and you guys are out there looking like pros. And how did the fight go? Is that how you planned it?
That's a good compliment, thank you. No, not really, especially not the first round. Definitely wasn't the game plan. It definitely takes me a while, even in sparring in the gym, it takes me a while to get settled in. And I knew it was kind of going to take me to get kicked a couple of times. That's what happened, and it snapped me out of my trance, and I was able to go in and execute the game plan, which was to use my extensive wrestling background, and that's what I did to get the win.
Well, wrestling is one thing. I gotta say, I like the low leg kick jab, low leg kick uppercut. I know that the amateur martial arts, they have you guys wearing shin guards now. Did that affect your kick in any way?
If anything, I felt like it was more in the way.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyways, hey, you did a great job. Great composure. Acting like a pro. You look like a pro. Congratulations. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, my name's Todd Fontaine. I'm fighting out of K8 Fitness and Athletics in Lancaster, California, and I'm excited to be fighting my first fight with TFA. I can't wait to get in the cage, and I don't care who they put me in there with.
What's up, TFA fans? This is Jason Lesage coming out of South Bay Jiu-Jitsu. I'm about to hit it for the 3rd time, and this time I think that I can make things happen to where the fans will see a spectacular fight. I would also like to thank Joey and Todd for including me in tonight's show. And I'd also like to dedicate the show and my fight performance, win or lose, to my friend, the late and great Sonny Michaels. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
That was an exciting match, the first match. Both those guys giving all their heart. They showed a lot of composure and a lot of professionalism. And let me tell you, he took a pretty good shot over the eye, but he really wanted to go on. But the referee has the best interest of the guys here, of these new athletes, and decided to stop the fight.
Yeah, I mean, unbeknownst to most people, MMA is a relatively safe sport, right? We're looking out for the best interests of the fighters. If a ref feels that somebody is getting dominated to a level he can't defend himself, he's going to stop the fight for the benefit of that fighter, so we can fight on to another day.
That's correct, and that's what it's all about, is continue to fight on and build these fighters' careers and build their ability. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jacob, here we go. Fight number 2 at TFA 30.
All right, TFA fans. Fighting out of the red corner, stands 5'10", 168 pounds, a Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist, fighting on Tfa Fitness and Athletics. Give it up for Tfa Xxx.
We have Tfa Fontaine versus Jason Lesage. Rosamond, California. He's traveled a long way today to show his skills.
So Tfa Fontaine, you're making your debut with the TFA. It's the day of the fight. You're pumped up. Tell us how you feel.
I feel great. I feel 100%. I feel like going in there and rocking and rolling in that cage, making it shake.
What have you done to prepare for today?
I'm working on my whole martial arts game. I've been working on my stand-up, my jiu-jitsu, my wrestling. I biked to a gym 18 miles one way to get my martial arts in.
18 miles. That's a lot of desire.
That's right.
What are some of your strengths?
I'm a good grappler. We'll see how good of a grappler I am in there tonight.
Great. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Jason, I believe, is 43 years of age. He's a young guy, but Todd, by no means, is 45.
Can you believe it? That's one of the great things about amateur MMA. You can really be in your 40s and even 50s. We've had fighters in their 50s and still fight. This is a great matchup. Both these guys are similar in age, similar in height, obviously similar in weight, but their skill sets match up well. Both these guys are intense. Although Jason, when you talk to him, is calm, cool. When he gets inside the cage, he just lets loose. He gives 110%. And Todd made the point. He's so fired up about training. He rides his bike 18 miles just to train. So he's already had a workout, and then he gets to training and stuff.
Fighting his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 5'10", 168 pounds, a mixed martial arts fighting out of South Bay Jiu-Jitsu. Give it up for Jason Lesage.
Let's mention it's not 18 miles round trip. It's 18 miles one way. So it's 18 miles there on the bike and 18 miles back. This guy's a beast, let me tell you. That's some commitment for training to ride a bicycle.
That's a major commitment, and it also shows how bad they want to be here. And sometimes in the cage, if you got a bigger heart, you can win that fight. So both these guys are fighting. I know Jason has been training diligently. I train with him quite a bit. He's been training hard. He's been training pretty much every day.
So Jason Lesage, you fought. This will be your third fight for the TFA. Today's the big day of the fight. Tell us how you feel.
I feel ready and prepared, and I have the spirit of fighting, and hopefully this should be my night where I have my hand raised, and I feel great. I feel ready to fight. You know?
How have you prepared for this fight?
Just training twice a day, jogging, swimming, sparring with guys like this right here, and just a lot of dedication, you know, and just putting everything together and training with the proper people, and just staying determined and staying on a goal. I'm on a mission to win this fight, so that's what's going to happen. I'm going to win this fight tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, from this standpoint, doing Jason's interview, he looks really lean. He's in shape. It's about 170 pounds. I think he weighed in at 168. He's looking good. The one thing about Todd, he used to play ice hockey, compete. He was a competitive ice hockey player. And he's been doing this MMA about 3 years now.
Both these guys are pretty athletic. Todd played track in high school and was a hockey player. And now Jason, you know, he's been doing sports his whole life. He's big on swimming. He likes to do a lot of different conditioning, sprinting, weightlifting. He's big on explosiveness. He actually teaches boxing at South Bay Jiu-Jitsu. So I've taken his class a number of times.
Yeah, he said he's bringing some speed to this fight today. He really wanted to show his hands off more. He wanted to come out and throw some hands and do some chunking. So if this other guy, Todd Fontaine, is what he's talked about, we're going to see some exchanges, some serious hands here tonight. Here we go.
As you can probably tell, I love being in this cage, all right? And I'm going to ask you, are you, the TFA fans, ready for a fight?
Yeah, both these guys are pretty athletic. Todd played track in high school and was a hockey player. And now Jason, you know, he's been doing sports his whole life. He's big on swimming. He likes to do a lot of different conditioning, sprinting, weightlifting. He's big on explosiveness. He actually teaches boxing at South Bay Jiu-Jitsu. So I've taken his class a number of times.
Yeah, he said he's bringing some speed to this fight today. He really wanted to show his hands off more. He wanted to come out and throw some hands and do some chunking. So if this other guy, Todd Fontaine, is what he's talked about, we're going to see some exchanges, some serious hands here tonight. Here we go, round number one.
Yeah, and I know Jason wanted to start at a little bit of a slower pace than he did in his last couple of fights so he can feel out his opponent again and try and set something up instead of rushing right out there. And it looks like Todd came out with a pretty nice lead kick that was pretty loud that ricocheted through the auditorium here.
Yeah, that was a pretty loud low leg kick. But like you said, look at Jason really staying composed. Came in with a little quick, short jab and cross. Went into the clinch. Decided to pull him to the went into the double underhooks and pulled Todd down. I don't know what Todd. We didn't talk about much about his ground game, but I know Jason trains over at South Bay Jiu-Jitsu, so his ground game is going to be pretty effective, even though he teaches he teaches boxing there.
That's a good point, Maverick. Even though he teaches boxing, it looks like, are they stopping the fight?
It looks like he is out. It looks like Jason choked out Todd Fontaine. We're going to down the referees and find out what's going on.
That was quick.
It's okay, bro. fought like an amateur. That was 5 seconds too long. 2 seconds is too much. 5 seconds is bullshit.
Getting close. I apologize. I didn't realize that I was choking. I didn't realize the ref was trying to pull me off.
Turn him to the camera.
I'm so full of adrenaline. That's how sports are like. I'm all the respect in the world for Tfa Xxx. And I never hold on to a choke longer than I needed to. I didn't realize he was tapping me, bro. I didn't realize he was trying to pull me off, or something got right off him. I'm a respectful person. I love God. And I love fucking MMA fighters, man. They're the best people on the planet. I love this guy, Jacob. I am so sorry. I would never intentionally hold on to a choke that long. So I apologize to the crowd. I apologize to MMA in general. And I apologize to DC. I would never do something like that. I apologize to Camo and to TFA. And I'm very sorry for that. I was so excited. I lost my first fight. I got a concussion. My second fight, I had to be very protective of my head. It was a draw. So when the good ref was pulling me off, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize what was happening. I was so filled with adrenaline. Okay. All right. God bless.
Thank you, Jason. See you again.
To the camera. To the camera.
Todd, first of all, we want to congratulate you to TFA. We know you traveled a long way. You gave us a great fight. You did great sportsmanship. I know the fight didn't quite go the way you wanted, but I just want to get a few thoughts from you.
My thoughts are it was a terrible win for me. You guys are glad to boo me. I'm going to go back to the gym and work hard. Anytime this guy wants a rematch, I'd be glad to give it to him. I'll be back here in May to fight on the card, working harder and longer and stronger than ever.
And that's right. That's why it's TFA. He's going to take that win. He's going to come back, and he's going to give you that fight you all deserve. Okay, Tfa Xxx, give a big round of applause, please. Here we go.
My name's Ernie Nicachea. I'm fighting out of Gracie Hammett Jiu-Jitsu. My coaches are Roger Carpenter and Adam Figursky. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. I'm looking forward to my first amateur fight for TFA, and I just want to thank TFA for this opportunity to fight for them. Looking forward to it. Let's go. Ready to rumble.
This is Miles Savini fighting out of True Warrior Fitness in Hollywood, California. My trainer is Toby Greer. This is my second fight for TFA. I'm very excited. I won my first fight by unanimous decision. My opponent, his name is Ernie Nicachea. I don't know much about him. All I know is his first fight, and I'm more than happy to welcome him in the cage.
We're in fight number 3. We got a Gracie out of Hammett versus a Jeet Kune Do, a True Warrior. We know Toby does not send guys to the ring unless he truly feels they're ready, especially rocking his colors.
In the red corner, standing 5'10", 170 pounds, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter fighting out of Gracie Hammett. Give it up for Ernie.
Moving on to our third fight here, we have Ernie Nicachea in the red corner fighting out of Gracie Hammett versus Miles Savini from the True Warrior Fitness in the blue corner.
How do you see the fight going down?
I'm expecting a fight. Definitely expecting a fight. I expect it to be a battle, but ultimately, I see myself coming out at the top at the end. So that's how I foresee it. A victory for myself. So.
But as you can tell, the crowd are just on their feet. It's a barn burner here again at TFA 30. I mean, we got to get a bigger place. There is standing room only in this place. People are standing on top of tables and chairs in the back of the room. They're up the banisters in the back where the window seals are. There's no room in this place.
His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'8", 170 pounds. He is a Jeet Kune Do fighter, fighting out of True Warrior Fitness and Aloysius Silva, BJJ. Give it up for Miles Little Buddha
Trying to figure out what his music is.
I think it's from Jason, Friday the 13th, isn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you, it takes them all here.
So Miles Savini, this is the second time you fought for the TFA.
Yes.
Today's the big day of the fight. Give us what your thoughts are.
Well, I'm really excited. I've done all I can to prepare, and I'm ready to perform and just have fun in there.
So you've done all you can to prepare. Tell us about that. How have you prepared for today?
Well, a lot of hard sparring, one-on-one with my coach Toby Greer, and just a lot of mental stuff, a lot of meditation to prepare me for tonight.
What do you feel your strengths are in the cage?
I prefer to strike. I prefer to stand up. I like throwing punches, and I really like my kicks, fast kicks.
So tonight we're going to see punches and kicks.
Hopefully.
All right. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, per your earlier comment, it's either Jason the Friday the 13th or maybe it's like Halloween music. I know that movie personally scared the hell out of me, I'll admit that, when I was a little kid. But what you said later, half this audience, I would say a good third of them are standing, mainly because there's nowhere to sit and they're probably so excited to watch the fight that they can't sit. So I think that speaks to the popularity of the TFA, and I agree. We need a bigger venue to draw more fans, so they can have a seating where they don't have to stand if they don't want to, but really to fit more people. Because right now it's bursting at the seams here, right here at the Longshoreman Hall in Wilmington.
Well, that's the great thing about us viewing it, streaming it live online right now for you fans at home that are able to watch this and see it. You know, you can't be here with electricity, but at least you can see these exciting fights going on. We got our first fight that went off with a TKO with a nice big shine on a guy on an eye. These guys were electrifying. Our second fight between a 45-year-old and a 43-year-old win the first round to a complete chokeout. I mean, it was just amazing. And now, in fight number 3, we got a Gracie out of Hemet, you know, fighting a Muay Thai guy out of Hollywood. We got Halloween Friday the 13th music going. I don't know what else to expect here except just sheer chaos in this octagon.
And that's why we come here, for the chaos. I tell you, this Miles guy, his music is a little morbid, but it kind of works. It reminds me of, remember Mike Tyson used to come out, he had some drone music, pretty much to say, I'm intimidating, don't mess with me. I think that's the goal here with Miles and his music.
Well, I tell you, it takes me back a little bit because it looks like some of the short trends are going back to the smaller MMA shorts that originally started in the 90s when we were going with all the Brazilian jiu-jitsu type style. It looks like the board shorts are starting to fall out again, and those shorts are coming back in. It's a rarity that I've seen them lately. It's been board short after board short, but I'll have to break out my old ones again. Coming back when old is new again.
Yeah. That's very true, Matt. We're seeing different styles of clothing with a lot of these fighters. And the majority of them, as you said, wear board shorts. So here's Toby the Tiger Heart Greer making an announcement again. It looks like maybe the mic isn't working. You know, these shows are very difficult to put together. There's typically a lot of technical problems, but it looks like they got it fixed.
I mean, there's a lot of technicality going on, technical stuff going on right now. Here we go with fight number 3. It's going to start in the red corner. We have Ernie, I can't pronounce his last name, Nochasia, versus Miles Savini in the blue corner. It's going to get started. We're going to see the jiu-jitsu guy go against the Muay Thai guy. We'll just have to see how this goes. One of the things, Miles is an instructor there at True Warrior Fitness, so I should see a lot of kicking.
Yeah. Anybody that comes from that True Warrior Fitness, that's Toby school, comes out with some pretty good Muay Thai skills. So we're definitely going to see a lot of kicking. It looks like Ernie in the red corner has Miles kind of up against the cage, and he's throwing a couple shots to his midsection. But at some point, Miles is going to want to do a reversal and get off the cage and not take those shots and now in a couple knees.
Well, it looks like he's positioned with a one arm under and over. He just needs to get his foot behind the red corner's back of his heel so he can make that transverse. But I don't know if the red corner is holding the cage or not, and the ref is not paying attention to that. It looks like he backed off because I think some of the people in the audience were yelling that he was hanging onto the cage. But I want to see some more action here.
Well, it looks like Ernie was throwing knees and may have struck one in Miles' groin area. And Miles would give him a little bit of a piece of his mind, and so I think that was a reason for some of that commotion as well. But it looks like both these fighters are locked up. Looks like Miles is going for the double underhooks so he can use his leverage and do a reversal, and which is what he's just done. And now Miles has Ernie against the cage, and let's see what these two fighters can do.
Well, I tell you, it produces a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy with having both those double underhooks in. You got ready to want to suplex, take them down, or throw a knee because you're just exuding a tons amount of energy holding your opponent against the cage like that. If I was ever in those positions, I just sit back and rest. And here comes that big high kick from True Warrior, but it looks like Ernie weathered that, and they're back in the clinch again against the cage.
Yeah, it looks like, as you said, Miles threw that high kick. He didn't have his hands up, and Ernie kind of capitalized that and came in quickly and started throwing those combinations. But again, a similar position as before. Ernie has Miles up against the cage, and per your comment, it's very difficult to be. Oh, there we go. Now we're seeing some punches. Having people against. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're seeing some flurries at the end, but for the most part, that round was kind of not eventful. Up against the cage, as you said, it takes a lot of effort. It's like trying to lift weights. You can only do it for so long, then your energy is going to give out. You don't want to waste your energy holding somebody against the cage. So I'm not sure how to score that round. There was a couple flurries, but it looked pretty even for the most part.
Definitely even on my part. Pretty uneventful, like you said. You know, I'm surprised. Coming from Gracie Hammett, I didn't see Ernie try any serious takedowns at all. Being a technical guy from the Gracies, I mean, I'm seeing it more and more of the Gracie guys going to the ground, even though they're coming from the Gracie Academy. It shows Miles through that high kick, but that's pretty much was the highlight of this whole match thus far. It looks like Miles is back on his feet. We'll see where Ernie's gas is, and we'll see what happens in this round number 2.
Yeah, both these fighters weren't able to showcase their skills. Obviously, Ernie not doing takedowns, as you said, and Miles not be able to throw, work on his Muay Thai, considering he comes from True Warrior Fitness. So if he comes from True Warrior, he's been training. His shins are tough, his combinations are tight, and he wants to throw those and try and knock Ernie out. So, but we'll see what happens. But both these guys look pretty determined to get it on.
Well, now Miles has got his hands up better. It looks like Ernie's hands are down. He's doing that traditional hoist, palm forward stuff, which I'm not a big fan of. But it surprises me. Oh, now there's the takedown. But you got to give Miles credit. He shot in for the takedown. I'm surprised that, going against a Gracie guy, that he shot in and attempted that takedown, and it looks like Ernie just reversed it. Now he's in this guard.
Yeah, to your point, Miles did shoot, and Ernie capitalized on I don't know what, but managed to take down Miles, and now he's in Miles' guard. Looks like he's doing some hitting him with his fist, but also trying to use his shoulder a little bit as well. When you're in someone's guard and you're tight, you can actually use a shoulder and hit somebody with the shoulder. That doesn't feel good. And it looks like Miles is trying to break out, get against the cage, use his leverage, stand up. But Ernie's riding him tight. I think now they're in half guard. So Ernie still has the advantage. Miles, being on the bottom of the half guard, needs to get off, needs to go to his side, get off his hips, and try the underhook and try and stand up. It looks like right now he's trying to put him in a headlock, but that's not very effective when you're on the bottom of the half guard.
Yeah, it looks like, like you said, Ernie's got him in the half guard. He's using his ground. This is where he's going to be strong if he comes from Gracie. We don't know what belt he is from Gracie Jiu-Jitsu there in Hemet, but he looks pretty comfortable right here. Did the classic Maverick Soul Collector, shoulder in the face. That can agitate a fighter tremendously. It doesn't look like it's tremendously that much impact, but it does tend to agitate the fighter and take him out of the game plan with it continually pounding. Now it looks like he's went to the full mount. Oh, but it looks like we might have a reversal. This is very amazing how this fight is going.
Yeah, as you said, it's gone back and forth, and now Miles is in Ernie's guard, and it looks like he's throwing punches. Still, ideally, you want to be out of their guard so you have a little more leverage, but it looks like Miles is throwing some punches, and Ernie's attempted to choke him out, but the round is stopped. But that second round, in my opinion, was definitely better than the first round. There were takedown attempts, there were mounts, there were half guards, they were throwing more punches, they were more active. I can't really score the second round either because it seemed to go back and forth. So maybe we're at a draw for both these rounds. So the third round is going to be crucial. And they only have 2 minutes to do it. So we got to see something happen. And as we said before, we don't want this going to the judges. You want to create your own destiny.
Well, I tell you, this is definitely a show of evolution that the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu guys, I mean, the Jiu-Jitsu schools are not necessarily they come from Jiu-Jitsu school. Doesn't mean they really dominate on the ground. You know, it's surprising that a Muay Thai guy is able to handle him on the ground, do a reversal, change it up. I mean, like Miles has done. But I agree with you completely. These first 2 rounds have pretty much been evenly. Nothing more exciting for one side or the other. One of these fighters and show some active aggression or score some active points. The good thing is both fighters bumped right to their feet. Maybe they were saving it for the third round.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean. Again, as we talked about, they've got 2 minutes, which is not a lot of time, especially if they decide to go to the ground. So they're going to have to do something for a strong finish. It looks like both these guys obviously want to win this fight, so we're going to have to see what happens. And it looks like they've come out swinging. Again, they're locked up, and it looks like Miles has taken down Ernie, but is in Ernie's guard. So back to kind of where we finished off in round 2.
Well, you know, Ernie attempted the takedown right there. Miles sprawled out and actually took him down. And now look, Miles has him over and under, and they've reversed it again. This is a very peculiar fight to me. I don't know how to even score this one. I don't know if it's going to be a test of will of judgments, who has the most endurance, but it looks like Ernie's going for that rear naked choke, but I don't know if he's going to be able to put it in or not.
Yeah, both these fighters haven't been able to capitalize on the advantageous positions they both had when they mounted their opponents. And I don't know if that's due to maybe they didn't have the opportunity, or maybe the other person has better escapes, who knows. But they both had opportunities to win this, and now it looks like Ernie has Miles in some kind of choke. I can't quite see. It's kind of a backyard school, kind of a schoolyard choke, which it looks like Miles is weathering that choke, and he did. And now he's up, so he's got some good cardio.
Yeah, he's going to have to. Oh, a spinning back fist from Miles. Let me tell you, Miles is gassed a little bit, but let me tell you, Ernie, that takes a lot to put that choke on. But Miles is going down with a fight. He's not just taking this loosely. I know he's probably dizzy right now. That choke was in for a while, so it takes a while for your blood and oxygen to get back to your head to get yourself back stable on your feet. But this fight is going to be a tight one. It could go either way at this point.
Yeah, it could go either way. Both these fighters are looking tired right now. And it looks like Miles had taken him down, and Ernie had reversed him, and now has Miles up against the cage. This fight's going to be over pretty soon. Again, now Ernie's throwing some punches, and Miles is trying for another takedown, but both these fighters need to do something to definitively tell the judges that they've won this fight. And I don't know about you, I'm not sure I saw that from both of them, although we had action.
Well, let me tell you, Jacob, you know, I didn't see nothing advantageous from the ground. I didn't see nothing standing up that was really
determines, you know, either or who's got this fight. This is going to be a tough one for the judges to call. If not, it's going to be a draw.
your debut going. That was great. You guys went 3 rounds.
Yeah.
You stood up, you went to the ground.
Yeah.
You tried to keep it safe. You were safe for yourself. What do you want to tell your fans?
I just want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting, and TFA for hosting this event and letting me participate. So, right on. Hell yeah. Thank you.
All right, fans, here we go. TFA 30 back to Toby and Tyler.
My name is James Pace, fighting out of Black House MMA. I've been working really hard with Kenny Johnson, my wrestling coach, Ricardo Ribabene, jiu-jitsu coach. Pretty much ready for anything, been training for a few years. Strengths wrestling, and ready for anyone to throw my way. And I want to thank TFA for getting my career started.
Hi, this is Jeff, the Gun Machingo, fighting out of Lakewood, California, representing the Sweatshop, Blood Brothers Muay Thai, and I want to thank Brad Chathel for giving me the opportunity. I want to thank Joey and Todd from TFA, and I'm ready to fight.
Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's our 4th fight of the night. We had a little drama there at the end of the 3rd fight, but that's okay. That keeps things exciting. Looks like we have James Pace in the red corner. I know James. I trained with him at the Black House. He is fighting a Jeff Machingo out of the blue corner.
All right. Fighting out of the red corner, making his mixed martial arts debut, 5'9", 145 pounds, a penetration fighter, fighting out of Black House MMA. Give it up for James Pace!
Although he's quite a bit older, he's got quite a task ahead of him in fighting James Pace. James is pretty tough. He's been training hard. He trains almost full time, and I know he's been kind of pent up looking for a fight the last 6 months to a year. So he's here to bang.
Yeah, well, he's got the inspiration behind him. He's got the training behind him. He's got the motivation. He's got TFA 30 behind him. Let me tell you, if he didn't come here to fight, by the time he got in the cage, these people are on their feet. They're going to get you pumped up and ready for a fight.
Yes, exactly. I mean, one interesting note is Jeff I think he's near 50, and James is probably in his late 20s. So that's another exciting thing about MMA and the matchmaking ability. Todd has thought that these 2 fighters are going to match up well in skill. And so we'll see what happens.
So James Pace, you're making your debut for the TFA. Today's a big day to fight. Where's your head right now?
I'm pretty level-headed right now. I'm pretty calm. Hanging out with my buddies, just rehydrating, eating, and yeah, I've done all the training, so pretty confident.
Tell us about your training. What have you done specifically for this fight?
I worked a lot on my wrestling with Kenny Johnson, working stand-up a lot, so I'm pretty confident in my abilities, and yeah, we'll just see how it goes.
What do you feel your biggest strengths are?
Probably my grappling. Been doing it for a while, and yeah, jiu-jitsu. So.
What do you predict tonight?
I'll say I like the knockout, but probably rear naked choke. Probably gonna choke him out.
Rear naked choke. You heard it right from James. All right, thanks, James.
Thank you.
I know both these guys are pretty versed. Jeff describes himself as an all-around fighter. I do know James, and in a pre-interview today, he talked about grappling was his forte. James actually teaches grappling to kids at the Black House, and he's got pretty good stand-up as well. So he's pretty athletic, but both these guys are here to bang. So I think this is going to be a pretty good fight.
All right. Here's the opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5'9", 145 pounds. He is an all-around fighter fighting out of the Sweatshop. Give it up for Jeff Machingo.
Well, If anything, it's going to be ostentatious because it's entertaining here at TFA 30. Standing room only here at this wonderful arena at the Memorial Hall, Longshoremen's Hall. We're on fight number 4. It just seems like more and more people are coming in. Usually these fights, after a couple fights, it dissipates a little bit, but it looks like there's more and more people inside here. I've never seen it this packed here for TFA. I mean, it's just out of control how it's grown.
So Jeff Machingo, you're making your debut with the TFA. Today's a big day of the fight. Tell us how you feel.
I feel good tonight. Just ready to go. Thanking Jason for taking the fight with me, and thanking TFA, and thanking all my guys from the sweatshop.
How have you prepared for this fight?
Lots of training every day. Train hard, running, cardio, everything. Just ready to fight.
How do you see the fight going down?
Knockout.
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 All right. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jeff's come here tonight. He's got 2 little girls. He's been training for 2 years, and he is a refrigerator mechanic. Is that what he does?
And one great thing about Jeff, he's doing this fight because of his mother. His mother has cancer for 2 years now, so I mean, if that is inspiration to fight, I don't know what it is. So you got to give props to Jeff. But I tell you, although he's quite a bit older, he's got quite a task ahead of him in fighting James Pace.
Without further ado, before I turn it over to our head referee coachman, are you the TFA fans?
Looks like we're about to start the 4th fight of the night. And both these guys, again, both pretty experienced. Both have been training for several years. James said he's been doing MMA for about 8 years now, which is probably a bit longer than the majority of these fighters. And he's only mid-late 20s, so he's been training for a good part of his life. So we'll see if we can capitalize on that experience and beat Jeff. But I know Jeff's a tough guy, so we'll see what happens.
Well, both guys come out pretty aggressive, just like I thought at the 145-pound class. They come out and they go and they bang. It looks like our red corner, for those at home, that's James Pace. He's in the red corner from Black House versus Jeff Machingo in the blue corner. And we got a takedown.
Yeah, I know James specifically likes to work against the cage. He's trained to get strategies. And now it looks like he's got him mounted and he's hitting him and the referee stopped it. I predicted that fight.
Unbelievable. First round TKO by strikes. James Pace, red corner, the Black House. Here we go. Let's go down to our ring announcer and get the details.
So watch this kid. Your winner, 30 seconds into the first round by TKO by referee stoppage. Give it up for James.
Talking to you very much. Stay put over here.
I'm not being cut you're looking for, but give us your thoughts on the fight.
I don't know. I didn't think it was. I thought it was going to go a lot longer. Sorry, everybody, but I gave it my best.
That's all you can do. We're going to see you again. Thank you, Jeff.
Bye, guys. Chalk up, would you, please? All right, TFA 30, we have Jay Space from Hermosa Beach, the Black House. First round by strikes. How did it go?
Went well. I thought it was going to go a little longer, but I didn't really get to work everything I wanted to work. But I guess my goal was to finish the fight, and I have nothing but respect for Jeff coming out here and fighting. It's one of the toughest sports in the world. So anyone that talks big, you gotta show for it. So this is where you show for it in here. So hats off to Jeff, and yeah.
Well, I tell you, Jason, that was a good performance. You practice what you preach. You instruct over there at Black House. You came out and you did it. Congratulations on your win. Jay Space, congratulations.
This is Logan Hooper out of Black House MMA. I'm trained by Bo Hirschberger and Rich Molio. It's my first fight with Camo and with TFA. I've been training with them for about 5 months now. Really looking forward to putting on an exciting show.
This is Richard Salas. I'm coming from Martinez camping. I've been training hard. I'm ready for this. I know I'm glad Joey and Todd gave me this opportunity. Like, I'm ready. Like, everybody, like, you wanna see a amazing fight? Like, I'm right here. I'm gonna give you all I got. And come on, let's do it. Martinez, MMA, next champion, right here.
What an exciting night. We've seen a combination of DQs, TKOs, submission, chokeout. We're in fight number 5, and let me tell you, here's some big boys that are about to step in this ring.
Fans fighting out of the red corner, standing 6'8", 265 pounds. He is a freestyle fighter fighting out of Black House MMA. Give it up for Logan Hooper.
Both fighters making their pro debut. Logan Hooper fights out of the Black House in San Pedro. He'll be fighting out of the red corner. He said he wrestled. He trained up in Oregon for a little while. And he's going against Richard Cialis out of the blue corner. I'll tell you one thing though about this fight. There's a huge fight disadvantage in the height. 6'8" versus 5'9". I don't care what weight you are, that's a lot of displacement.
Yeah, as you said, that's probably one of the biggest height differentials I've seen at the TFA so far. That's almost a foot taller than his opponent.
So Logan Hooper, you're making your debut with the TFA. Give us your thoughts about it today.
You know, I've been working real hard with my team, my coaches, and working on ironing out a couple little things, but just getting ready to go out and implement them, see how things go.
How have you prepared for today's fight?
A lot of dieting, a lot of water, a lot of running.
What do you feel your strengths are? Obviously, you're a big guy. You do a lot of punching. What do you feel?
I have a really strong top game. Stand-up's okay. Jiu-jitsu's pretty good, so probably my jiu-jitsu.
How do you see the fight going down tonight?
Could go a number of ways. You know, hopefully it'll end with a KO or TKO for me.
Good luck tonight, Logan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The funny thing is Logan says he likes to wrestle and go to the ground, so we'll see if he decides to use that reach to his advantage. If I was him and if I was a foot taller than somebody, I wouldn't be going to the ground. I'd be punching and kicking as best I could, because hopefully that guy can't reach me. Richard says he likes striking. His best bet, he likes to strike, but he also likes to go to the ground, so we'll have to see what happens. We don't know at this point.
Well, you have two acclimated trainers from the area. You have Al Martinez training Richard Cialis. You know, he's a boxer, hands down. They got a boxing gym. And then the Black House, you have Bo Hirschberger. Let me tell you, Bo is well-versed in jiu-jitsu. He trained from Hicks and Gracie. I mean, you can't get any better ground than that. So I'm really anxious to see if this is going to be a ground and pound or they're going to stand up and chunk them.
5'9", 265 pounds, a Muay Thai fighter fighting out of Al Martinez, Muay Thai. Give it up for Richard Summers.
Logan has his forte is grappling because he's come to the Black House. He's being trained by Bo Hirschberger, who's fighting tonight, and so Bo is an expert at wrestling, so he's taught Logan his craft. So we'll have to see what happens. And here comes Richard with some mariachi music, and so it'll kind of lighten up the atmosphere a little bit. We'll see what happens. But again, getting back to their height, that is a huge differential. I was standing next to Logan doing our pre-fight interviews. The cameraman had trouble fitting me into the camera because I was so much shorter than he was. It was a little embarrassing, actually.
So Richard Salas, you're making your debut for the TFA. Today's the day of the big fight. Where's your head right now?
Well, I feel excited. I feel excited for this fight. I've been training hard, so I think I'm gonna get all like that, you know.
How have you been training for this fight?
I'm training hard. I'm training really, really hard. I'm training like 5 days a week, like twice, 1 in the morning, 1 in the night. Like excited. I'm really, really excited.
What do you feel your strengths are?
I think jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is gonna be my strength here.
So how do you see the fight going down tonight?
Well, I see like I'm gonna get all I got. Like if anything, like fuck, I go for the win. I go for the win for sure.
You go for the win. All right, man. Good luck.
You're going to see it live right here at TFA. I told you. Todd has his key for matchmaking, and there's a reason why he's matched these two guys up. And we're going to see it live right here, right now at TFA number 30. But let me take one thing into consideration here. I mean, bottom line is Logan Hooper, whatever striking he is coming out in the old school mixed martial arts shorts. I mean, they're coming back. And this is Al Martinez, typical boxing shorts. I mean, the bottom line, I don't know. I have to be reserved on this. This is just one of those matchups that I don't see, but Todd must have seen something that I don't see.
130 pounds out to impress all over. So, TFA fans, don't blink. I don't feel like this was going too long. Are you ready?
It's probably very difficult, number one, to find people 265 pounds that fight. So that opportunity set, that pool of people is smaller. So you have to work with what you got. And he's seen these two fighters as capable of fighting each other. So we'll have to wait and see. But it should be a great fight. And at this size, anything could happen.
Oh, huge jab and a front lead leg kick by Logan. He's using his hands just like we thought we would do. He's in the mounted position. It looks like he's striking down on the Martinez fighter right now. The referee has got to be very conscientious about this fight because these are big guys and they can do a lot of damage real fast. And it looks like Logan, even though he came out striking, he's trying to use a little bit of positioning and pound out Richard Salas, and that looks like that is it. The end of round one. I don't know if it's a referee stoppage or he's out.
No, I think there was a referee stoppage. I think Richard wasn't defending himself.
All right, well, let's get down there and get the final verdict.
out of the right KO, fighting out of the red corner, Logan Hooper. Sponsored by Performance Labs. Not the outcome we're looking for. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
I don't know, I feel like some fucking back, hit it from my back. I think that's illegal, but I don't know.
We can see it again?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Thank you, Reyes.
Hey, un saludo a todos los que vinieron. Gracias a todos los que vinieron a verme. Muchas gracias.
Damn, you're good. Let me tell you. Watch. Nice lead with the jab. Good little leg kick. That was nice. You took him down. I know you train with Bo. I got much respect for Bo. You took him to position. You got the knee in the belly. Started countering him. How'd the fight go for you? Went pretty well. All right. Very well. TFA 30. Congratulations, Bo. See you.
Hi, my name is Juan Padilla, fighting out of Black House via 228th Street. I've been training for a couple of years now. My two coaches are Richard Molio and Bo Hirschberger. This is my first fight under TFA, and I want to thank TFA for the opportunity. I'm really excited to get in the cage, and I don't care who they put me up against, I'm ready.
I'm Jeff Country Grammar Sutton. I'd like to thank Todd and the TFA for having me here tonight to fight. I'd like to thank my brother Brad, my coaches Kareem, Johnny, and the whole Sweatshop family for helping me train. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Well, welcome back. It's Maverick the Soul Collector, Hollywood Jacob Woods after a small intermission. We're at TFA 30 and fight number 6. Jacob, is that where we're at?
Yep, fight number 6. We've seen a lot of great fights tonight, as you said before, takedowns, punches, disqualifications. We've seen it all tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This 6th fight, we're going to have Juan Padilla in the red corner versus Jeff Sutton in the blue corner.
All right, TFA fans. We're going to get my levels checked. And then we're going out the red corner. All right, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6'2", 185 pounds. A stand-up fighter. Fighting in the Black House MMA and 228th Street Gym. Give it up for Juan.
185 is a tough weight class, especially in height. From 5'9" to 6'2", the weight displacement for that weight class, it's very weird how it is. 185-pound guy at 5'9" can look very beastly compared to a 6'2" guy at 185 pounds. It really leans them out. That's a really funny weight sometimes.
Juan Padilla, you're making your debut with the TFA today. Today's the day of the fight. Give us your thoughts.
You know, I'm excited. I mean, I couldn't say it any better. You know, I'm excited. I'm ready to get in there. You know, I've been training hard for like 2 months, 2.5 months since January, and I'm excited to get in there, man. There's no other feeling. Like it's real. It's as real as it gets. You know, it's already fight day.
Tell us a little bit about your experience.
You know, I've just been working a lot on groundwork. You know, wrestling. My stand-up's already, you know, it's already matured enough. You know, I've been doing stand-up for quite some time, but working a lot on groundwork. You know, just making sure. You know.
So how do you see the fight going down today?
You know, I think I'll probably end up like by the second round. I think I'll probably put him down.
Second round.
TKO. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You heard it from him. Thank you.
Yeah, that I think 155 is similar in that respect. You're going to see some height differentials, and in this particular case, Jeff, as you said, is 5'9", and he has a very bulky build because he's 5'9", but still 185 pounds of muscle. Well, Juan is obviously more elongated, being taller, as he doesn't look quite as buffed out, so to speak.
Give it up for
Right, Jacob. Height versus leverage versus size versus compact. You know, shorter guys, you want to stay tighter and stay compact, and the taller guys, they use a lot of that leverage, especially when they're on the ground.
Standing here with Jeff Sutton. Jeff, you're making your debut with the TFA. Today's the day of the fight. Give us your thoughts.
I'm excited, ready to put in work, put all my training to use tonight.
What are some of your strengths?
My wrestling, I'd have to say, and just my go get it. I'm not going to stop till the guy's on the ground crying.
How long have you been training for?
Like strictly training, about 6-7 months, but I've been wrestled in high school and on and off since then.
How do you see the fight going down tonight?
Hopefully only one round.
You know, Juan Padilla is trained by Bo Hirschberger, and Bo's very adamant on the ground, especially guys at his height, 6'1", 6'2", so all his specialty training is going to get geared towards them.
And both these fighters, I'm sure, have done their due diligence on who they're fighting, so they have prepared. I assume Jeff has probably trained with taller people to get used to that body type, and Juan is probably trained with shorter, more muscular people like Jeff, so he can feel how they move, how their bodies move, because they're gonna move differently. So both these fighters have done their due diligence, they've done their homework, and now comes the big test.
I tell you, simulation during training is a huge plus at this level. Feeling somebody that your opponent's body weight and body height changes a lot of movement or how you apply certain things, especially things on the ground.
Yes, training is key, and that's where the biggest fight is during the training. I know Mike Tyson said his biggest fight was in the training. He said the fighting part was easy because he trained hard and he trained with the right people. But we're seeing Jeff, who is the shorter guy, coming out with a couple more combinations versus Juan, the taller one.
Yeah, well, you see Jeff kept his hands up and he kept his punches straight and he stayed inside. His head's down, shoulders forward. Juan needs to use his length and stick back to that jab where he stayed away from him, stayed away from Jeff. Jeff crunched in, shoulders up, chin down, good straight punches, and you got to be careful with a guy like that striking.
Yeah, Jeff came out strong. Juan did have a nice flurry of punches in return. Now both these fighters are kind of distancing themselves, kind of feeling each other out, as they say, having some distance, looking for an opportunity, looking for a punch, looking for a takedown. But I was impressed with Jeff coming out strong and kind of setting the pace for the fight. We need to see more of that, more of those combinations, more of those engagements. You don't want two fighters feeling each other out for the entire fight because no one's going to win the fight, and it makes for a boring fight for everybody watching the fight.
Correct. Absolutely correct, Jacob. Now these guys slowed down a little bit. They're going to pace themselves and engage a little bit. That's a good sign of some good coaching. Up, but they're back at it again. And the funny thing is, these guys are slugging them. They want to give a slugfest here. Two big height advantages, two big length in the arm disadvantages also. But it looks like Juan is not using his length. He's not shooting straight. He's staying outside. He's jumping around. Jeff looks like he's saving his energy, trying to stay compact and use his height to stay inside and use that straight power. It's another good straight right. You can get caught like that if you stay open.
Yeah, I do know Juan has his hands down quite a bit, and I think Jeff took advantage of that. But it looks like Juan now has him in a choke, but it looks like the round has ended. I'm going to score that one to Jeff actually because he came out stronger, was landing more combinations in my opinion than Juan did, and he looked to dominate a little more. What do you think, Maverick?
You know, I have to agree with you. And the funny thing is, Jeff Sutton coming from a wrestling background, he's a wrestler. You know, striking like that, good straight punches. I mean, he didn't try to fight with his chin up. He kept his chin down, shoulders up. It's a good quality trait to have because you start swinging for the fences and your chin's up, you can get what's called a classic chin check. You know, Juan, maybe he wants to take it to ground. He's using his hands, but he needs to set off some more punches with that length. He's throwing them slow jabs, or he's leaving it out there. He needs to follow up with it a little bit, and I think he'd have a better result against the shorter fighter.
He needs to tighten his whole striking game up a little bit, keep his hands up when he strikes. Jeff's just coming like a bulldozer straight down the middle, and I'm hitting Juan to his advantage. So I think he comes from the Black House. He's been coached well. So we're going to probably see a different fight coming from Juan. Now we have a chant from the crowd. I'm not quite sure who they're cheering for. But it's always exciting to feel that. That goes to the show what kind of a environment, atmosphere we have here with a lot of these fighters bringing fans from all over. They're all very passionate about their fighters.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of diversity tonight, I have to admit. Oh, and there's a big kick from the wrestler. That was unexpected for me, you know. And then Juan answering back with that loose low leg. You know, Juan seems to be jumping around. He uses a lot of energy. You see Jeff is being more compassionate. He's sitting back. He's waiting. I don't know if he's more gassed or what. That was a hard straight right. He's a shorter fighter, but he's throwing much crisper straight punches. And it's only going to be a matter of time if he stays inside and Juan keeps his hands out like that.
Yeah, that right that Jeff did, I could hear it all the way back here, so that landed square on Juan's face. But now it looks like Juan had taken Jeff down, and Jeff was trying a triangle. They're both out, and Jeff is on the ground now, and Juan is kicking him on his legs. So we'll see what happens now. But that was definitely an impressive striking flurry. Juan, to his credit, weathered those punches and continued to fight.
Well, Jeff stayed on the ground. He invited him to come on down. I'm surprised coming from a trainer like Bo Hirschberger that Juan didn't immediately shoot right into the ground and show him his ground game. It looks like Jeff seems to be pretty comfortable on the ground on his back.
Yeah, well Jeff is a wrestler, so his ground game is one of his biggest strengths. And it looks like Juan is in his guard. He's got his legs wide open, which could be disadvantageous if Juan decides to pull out and pass his legs, so he's got to be careful about that. But looks like Juan now, being on the top, is able to throw more punches. Jeff's best strategy is probably to get up right now at some point and try and get leverage and get up. His best game was while he was standing.
Well, precisely, Jacob. And it says what the sheet says. If his strong point is wrestling, you know, and his weak point was stand-up, his stand-up seemed to be pretty good. So I'm very excited to see what really his ground game might be. This point, you know, this fight could either go either way.
Yeah, it could go either way. That's a tough one to score because Jeff came out stronger with those punches, but Juan was in Jeff's guard and landed some combinations to Jeff for the first time. So Jeff probably got punched for the first time in this fight. So they both inflicted damage. If I had to score that, I might score it a little more to Jeff that round because he came out with those combinations that landed that we could actually hear all the way back here. But we'll have to see. Like I said, anything can happen in the third round. Both these fighters are going to have to turn it on, not leave it up to the judges. And so we'll see what happens in the third round.
Well, like you said, that was one hell of a straight right. I know that one did connect. But this is the telltale. It's round number 3. Both these guys debuts. And we're going to see who's got the gas to weather the storm and who wants that scorecard more. I hate to see it go to the judges, and I hope one of these guys picks it up and shows their adversity and their strengths here in round number 3. TFA 30.
Gentlemen touching gloves, which is a sign of respect. They both respected each other. Now it looks like Juan had attempted a inside leg kick, but it didn't land with Jeff. But to what you said earlier, Jeff is kind of stalking Juan and keeping his movement short and crisp and looking for that opening while Juan is kind of dancing around, which, as you said, takes a lot of energy. So we're kind of back to where we were in round 2 now.
Well, we're going to see. What I really want to see Jeff pick it up, throw some more combinations if that's what he's going to do, or take this guy down and show him some wrestling moves. Because unfortunately, even though Jeff made the better strikes and the combinations, Juan is throwing more combinations, so he's scoring more points. Maybe they're not doing damage, but he might be scoring more points because he's showing a more active fight. And the judges at this level are going to score on activity, what you're actively trying to do.
effort, counts for something, whether it lands or not. You got to press the fight. That's the one thing that judges are looking for. You got to press the fight, keep the action going. No one wants a boring fight. You don't want to feel each other out for too long because you never know how the fight's going to go. Juan has been a little more active. I like to see him his hands up a little higher when he throws those punches. He kind of puts his hands down, and it looks like he landed a combination on Jeff. So maybe Jeff's getting a little bit tired right now. He's been the aggressor for most of this fight, and he's looking for that opening.
Yeah, as you can tell, Jeff's hands are down closer below his chest line now. Before they were up and crisp. I don't know if he's tired or if he's waiting or what, but the bottom line is whatever you're doing at this level, you've got to press the fight. He's not showing anything right now. Yeah, there's no damage being done, but Juan is at least attempting to do things. He's throwing combinations. You know, he has him in the double underhook, but he needs a big takedown, or maybe he's either winded or, well, that's into round 3. That's good for going to the referee's card.
Yeah, I gave that last one to Juan, that last round, but I don't know how, overall, I have no idea who won this fight.
Here we go, judges' card.
Unanimous decision for your winner, fighting out of the red corner. Thoughts on the fight?
It didn't go my way. I just need to train harder and I'll get it next time. Maybe next time go for the takedowns actually. I'm not trying to keep it standing.
Hey, next time you're gonna have more takedowns. That's great. Are we gonna see you again with the fight?
Yes.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff, give it up. Give it up for Jeff Sutton, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Juan Padilla, his amateur debut here at TFA 30. How'd the fight go?
It went good, man. Didn't establish everything I wanted to do, but got some experience in it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, so you pressed the fight, you throw some good combinations, and an active fighter is a winning fighter. Congratulations, man. Good job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Shout out to all my family right there and friends. Thank you for coming.
Hi, my name is Oscar Edward Aguilar. I'm from Oak Ridge, Oregon. I'm fighting out of San Pedro, California from the Hawaiian Total Fitness MMA gym. We practice Kui Alua. My instructor, Mark Nunez, been, really bringing on the technical stuff recently, so I'm pretty up to par. Gretchen Kennedy, my fitness instructor, has definitely been putting me to the grindstone. I've been conditioning nonstop with her for about 3 weeks. Got 2 months left, so I hope by the time I'm in there, the guy's ready for me, because I'm ready for everything.
My name is Felipe Alvarez. I'm fighting out of Black House MMA. This is my second fight for TFA. Glad to be back. I lost my first fight to Jonathan Quiroz. I'm fighting Oscar Aguilera this coming up fight. I hope to put up a great performance, and I hope we stand and bang it out.
Fight number 7, let me tell you, it's going by so fast here. There's so much electricity in the building, I can't keep up with the fights. They're just amazing. Pound for pound, fighter for fighter, it's amazing. Well, here we go with fight number 7. We have Oscar Aguilera in the red corner, taking on Felipe Alvarez, another Black House MMA fighter.
All right, TFA fans, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'7", 150 pounds. Fighting out of Hawaiian Total Fitness. Give it up for Oscar Aguilera!
But this should be an interesting fight. At 150 pounds, Felipe Alvarez in the blue corner, Oscar Aguilar in the red corner. Both these gentlemen haven't been training for too long. I think Felipe told me he'd only been doing MMA for 1 year, and Oscar is relatively new to the sport as well. So we'll have to see what happens. I think this is Oscar's first fight, and Felipe has had some has fought before with the TFA. He's also had some smokers.
Okay, go. So Oscar Aguilar, you're making your debut with the TFA. Today's the big day of the fight. How do you feel right now?
Feeling great, pumped, ready to go. Been training pretty damn hard, so I better feel great right now. I'm coming in with my A game, feeling, wouldn't say 100, but I'm at 99, so it's a good way to start.
Tell us how you've been training.
Been doing a lot of high intensity interval training, get my cardio and my core strength up. I've been focusing a lot on my core, jiu-jitsu defense. I hear my opponent's a Machado black belt, so I've been focusing a lot on a lot of counters and reversals in jiu-jitsu. Been bracing up for that, getting ready. Plan on dropping some heavy leg kicks today. Been doing nothing but form perfect practice at home. When I get to the gym, just applying it in my sparring. Been doing nothing but working out and getting ready for this.
Wow.
Well, if efficiency has anything to do with fighting, Felipe is an ER technician, and that takes a lot of dedication. If he applied the same principles to understanding and learning mixed martial arts, he should have a good fight here tonight if he's applied the same type of principles. We're going to see it happen live right here. He's got 2 boys at home, and he's just thinking about just doing this to take it as far as he can possibly take it. Both fighters evenly matched in height, evenly matched in weight, so we ought to see an exciting fireworks here in this fight number 7.
Standing 5'6", 155 pounds, fighting out of Black House MMA.
Felipe also he said he has big support from his family, so I know that it's more motivation for anybody, because you want to put on your best show when your friends and your family are there, and I'm sure Oscar does as well, but we'll have to see what happens. This is a pretty good matchup, as you said, even in height. Both their physiques look pretty similar experience, and we'll see what happens.
So Felipe Alvarez, you fought for the TFA before. Today's the big day of the fight. How do you feel right now?
Pretty good, confident. I've been training hard. I've been training for the last year, since my last fight. So it's been getting harder and harder, training with some pros. So I feel like my game's gotten better.
Good. Tell us about your training. What have you done?
Training with some black belts in jiu-jitsu from Brazil. Banza, just won world champion this year in Pan Am's. Felipe, Ricardo Ribabene, my coach, Howard Lacroix, who's a pro fighter. And my sparring partners, which are James Pace, who's fighting the same card, and Luis Flores. So
that's a lot of good people.
Got a good camp.
How do you see the fight going down tonight?
First round knockout.
First round knockout. All right, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, family support is huge, like you said. And when you have that support at home, and you have the friend support at home, it's easier to make it train because, man, providing for a family, working a full-time job, and trying to train and doing a job that he does, I'm pretty stressful in the ER room.
So they don't have a lot of time to train, so they really want to do it. You know, if they're training after work, it shows a lot of heart, a lot of desire, so they're going to put their best foot forward. I think only a couple folks we talked to tonight had the privilege of training a full time, but most of these guys, as you mentioned, he was a yard worker, he was a tech, and only has a couple hours a day to train.
Well, I tell you, Oscar Aguilera is trained by Mark Nunez. It's Hawaiian Total Fitness, what they call it. But he used to train with Kaja. He's one of the originators of San Pedro's Cage Combat. And Mark Nunez has been have his training center for quite a while. This is one of his young fighters, and you'll see a lot of traditional MMA and new style Hawaiian freestyle fighting. They do a lot of fighting with their feet and their hands. So if he's trained well and listened, this fight's probably going to stay on his feet. Most likely, if it's going to be his style.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, there was a brief pause in the fight. Fortunately, Oscar had hit Felipe in the groin area, so they stopped the fight. Oscar seemed pretty apologetic. But like you said, Maverick, there's been some good punches and leg kicks thrown in this fight. It looks like Felipe's throwing a bit more combinations than Oscar, and is kind of controlling the fight.
Well, Oscar got hurt on that last left leg, a low leg kick, and he took a heavy left hook. I got a feeling this is going to end in the first round here, that Felipe's just pushing too hard. That kick, I think, hurt Oscar. I don't think people saw it. He took a hard overhand right, and if they continue to slunk him, this is going to be over fast.
Yes, Oscar's definitely controlling the fight. There's some brutal leg kicks, followed up by a couple punches to the head. It looks like those leg kicks are really hurting Oscar, and this fight may be over pretty soon.
Well, I got to give him big props. He's still standing. He's taken two hard rights, straight rights from Felipe. He's taken multiple low leg kicks. You got to check those low leg kicks. You can't continue to take those. But you got to give the kid props. He's still standing. You don't want to turn your head away. And he's taking some hard shots to the face.
Yeah, I mean, they got shin pads on, so he needs to be checking those leg kicks. And when you have the shin pads on, it makes it even a little bit safer to check those, because you're not going to be touching shin on shin. So he needs to take advantage of the fact that he has shin pads on and not eat those, because a guy like Felipe will just keep throwing those if he says you're not if he knows you're not defending yourself.
I don't think he's going to come out for the second round, or the ref is going to stop it. His left leg is damaged pretty bad. He's taken multiple shots to the head. He may not respond to the second round, or the ref is going to stop it early in the second round. He just took too much damage. But I got to give this kid heart, man. He's still standing there, and he wants to fight, and he took some damage.
Yeah, he's got a lot of heart. He took a big beating, and you're right. He got hit, and he didn't drop, and he kept fighting, and he did the best that he could do. That's all you can really do. We'll see if he comes out for the second round, but obviously that first round, Felipe dominated the fight. He's got some nice, crisp leg kicks and combinations. I liked how he threw those leg kicks and then came back with the combinations to the head. It got Oscar distracted because he was worrying about his legs, put his hands down, and Felipe would hit him in the head. So that's a great sign of a good striker, to mix it up like that. So we'll see what happens in the second round. Right now the doctors are looking at Oscar, but you can actually hear those leg kicks and even some of those punches all the way back here, so you know they landed. Felipe doesn't look like he's been hit, so we'll see what happens, but it looks like Oscar is ready to go, so here we are in round two.
Well, I'm telling you, if Oscar picks it up, and if he's paying attention to Felipe, you're right with the crisp low leg kicks and following the combinations, but you did notice, this is one thing at the pro level, Felipe is starting to get cohesive with his hands. He's not following with the combination now. He just keeps kicking the low leg kick and then waiting to throw the big punch. If Oscar's paying any attention, he'll check the low leg kick and throw the combo. If you notice, he's just throwing the jab, he throws a kick and then drops his hands back down. He's dropping his right severely when he throws the big kick. All Oscar needs to do is step left and throw the hook. If you watch his right hand when he throws a kick, it's down his side. It's open for a big left hook. But we don't know if Oscar at this level is reading that.
That's a good point, Maverick. And as we all know, someone throws a kick, the best return to that is a punch. But it looks like Felipe is now being the aggressor, throwing landing combinations, and it's now knocked Oscar to the ground. It looks like the referee has stopped the fight.
That's a TKO second round. I called it. I told you the ref was going to stop it early in the second if he didn't get knocked out. TFA, man, you got to give it to him. Here we go. Back to the referee.
Good job, dude. Good work.
It's Mr. Oscar Aguilar. Just made through fan, that's me. That kid's tough, lot of hard first fight. Congratulations to both these guys. Your winner, 32 seconds into the second round by TKO. Give it up for Buddy.
You showed a lot of heart there. You did a lot of combinations, still kept throwing, kept returning. You did a great job of that. Tell us, give us a call.
Well, shit, I'll say this much. The guy can throw a hell of a fucking right. Man, he's got some good reach on him. Pretty quick, got good wind. He's got a pretty decent leg kick. I didn't think it was gonna be it was gonna actually affect me so much, but it was good. I liked it.
You did a great job. This is the first fight we're gonna see you again. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give it up for Oscar Aguilar.
Believe your first fight, man. I gotta tell you, this guy was standing there, man. He was landless. He's a really tough guy. Everyone says I'm strong, right? He kept taking him. He's a good opponent. Thank you. I tell you, the late kick, with a jab, I thought, man, this guy's gonna stop me. He just kept going. What was going through your mind? I'll just keep doing those leg kicks. I'll listen to my coaches telling me jab, leg kick, down, check, leg kick, and it worked. All right, brother. Well, God bless. Good job. Felipe Alvarez, your winner in the second round TKO.
And you love these two ladies. Whatever else we do, you can hide somewhere in the home down there. We love you so much. We miss him. You are presenting this in honor of Stanley, the Great One. We love you. Let's hear it. Let's hear it one more time. It means in honor of Sonny Michaels, champion, TFA heavyweight warrior champion. We love you very much. too. So go enjoy that tonight. It's never be forgotten in our dreams, our wishes, and our thoughts. That's what you do to people that deserve good things. Right there. We love you. Good job, guys. We miss you. This is your game. All right.
How you doing, folks? Bo Hirschberger, coming out of Black House MMA, Torrance, California. I've been fighting for at least 25 years now. This is my first fight back in 10 years, fighting for TFA. I'm excited to be here. I appreciate all of you very much for coming out. I have a pretty tough opponent. He's a tough kid, and I can't look past anybody, and I can't take anybody lightly. Once again, I thank all you very much for coming out. Let's enjoy the show.
Hey, this is Freddie James. I'm looking forward to getting back in. I'm looking forward to getting back in the ring and you know, really pounding it out. You know, my last fight was back in May 2011. I fought Rocky, but now I know there's a new guy's wrestler. I'm looking forward to getting in there and mixing it up with him. So since my last fight, I've been teaching, and my students have really inspired me to keep things going. So you know, I want to thank Joey and Todd for giving me the opportunity to jump back into the cage with TFA and mix it up, man, and put all my skills to work and all the things I've been learning to work, and get back in with what's his name, Hirschberger. I hear he's pretty good. We'll see. I lost last time, but now I'm coming back, and I really want that win. I've been training hard, and I'm gonna go hard. So I hope he's ready.
Here we go. That was a great halftime tribute to Sonny Michaels, you know, a guy who competed here, a good friend of yours, always a man that was giving, and I'm sure he's going to be really missed here.
Yeah, that was a nice tribute that Todd and Joey put together, very fitting, and they awarded the belt there to Adriana, who is his wife, and his daughter as well. So it's hard to move on from now, but right now we're going to move on to the 8th fight of the night. We got two big guys fighting, Bo Hirschberger in the red corner and Freddie James in the blue corner.
205 pounds, fighting out of Hickson, Gracie, is ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Bo Hirschberger.
You know, Bo Hirschberger training out of Black House now. One of the originals from 228th Street, the American Bad Boys team that came out in the early 90s. He's been around for a long time with the likes of Juanito Ibarra, you know, Quentin Rampage Jackson, Antonio McKee, myself. We all trained together with him, and it's been 10 years since he fought.
I'm standing here with Bo Hirschberger. Bo, you're making your debut with the TFA. This is the day of the fight. Tell us how you feel.
I feel beautiful. Came here to have some fun.
And tell us a little about your experience. How long have you been training?
Fortunately, I've been training for about 24 years. I started wrestling in high school, and then right out of high school I found the Gracie Academy. Trained there for the last 20 years, and then also coach MMA fighters on my own. Teach at Black House.
That's right, you do. So what made you decide to fight all of a sudden?
To be honest with you, I haven't fought in 9 years, and I just wanted to put together some of the practical use that we've developed over the last 9 years since my last layoff, and just thought it would be fun to do.
So do you?
Bo has a long history, as you mentioned, training. In his video, he said he's been training for 25 years. I want to say Bo has the larger contingency here tonight of fans, though. I think about half this stadium is up on their feet right now.
Well, he came in put together, 43 years young, father of 6, and he also has a clinic for adults that are mentally challenged and physically disabled that he volunteers and doesn't charge. It's a non-profit organization, gives back big to the community.
By
So Freddie James, you're making your debut for the TFA today. Today's the big day of the fight. Where's your head right now?
Just staying focused, making sure I go in there with my game plan, which is just to, you know, move around, work on the striking stuff I've been doing, and I think I'm ready to, you know, really make a big impact at TFA today. Yeah.
How have you prepared for this fight?
You know what? My background is in the striking arts. So just taking my stuff and just working it on a daily basis and making sure it's really solid. And you know, I want to give my guy a run for his money.
You know, we talked earlier to Freddie James, asking what his purpose was for him here tonight. He wanted to show that basically striking and his martial arts is stronger than any kind of ground, that it prevails more than wrestling.
There's 2 more times tonight. We got this fight and a super heavyweight title fight. Let's see what it is. Ready for fight!
And I know I've said this before, and I'm sure the fans at home are probably sick of me saying it, but mixed martial arts is evolution. Bruce Lee said it best in 1971. He said Jeet Kune Do in 1969 is different than Jeet Kune Do in 1971, and Jeet Kune Do in 1980 will be different than Jeet Kune Do in 1971, because my art is an evolving art just like mixed martial arts.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Both these gentlemen touch gloves in a sign of respect. It looks like they're kind of feeling each other out here. Both attempted a leg kick, but it looks like both these gentlemen are kind of respectfully keeping their distance and looking kind of for an opening to attack and damage their opponent. Bo has a bit of a height advantage here. He's at 6'1" versus 5'8". So we'll see if he uses that to his advantage. But Freddie's going to have to get close, being the shorter guy. And if his stance is striking, if that's his forte, well, he's going to have to break that distance and get close.
Well, I tell you, Bo's a very compassionate fighter. He's very slow. He's methodical. He thinks about it. Freddie's trying to show those side kicks and whatnot. And Bo's just waiting down. If it goes to the ground, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a hard-pressed fight if you get Bo on the ground.
Yeah. I can't really see what's happening. It looks like the fight's over.
Well, there it is. We'll have to go to that scorecard and see what the referees have called this one.
Striking, which I know is the focus of yours. Give me some thoughts on the fight.
Moving as much as I could. I improved as much as I could. You're right, I didn't get a chance to show it the other way too, but you know, next time.
Yeah. You showed a lot of heart there when we see you again.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Thank you, Fred.
All right, man. Thank you. Good job, dude. It's like the song used to say, tap, and you're out. 10 years strong, you still got it, still compassionate, the composure, the style, the elegance. I mean, how did the fight go here? Thank everybody out there for coming. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Joey, thank you for all you do for all of us. You're a great inspiration to us, been an inspiration to me and many others, and we're going to continue.
I'm Dusty Montoya, fighting out of Gracie Hammett, fighting for TFA for the third time. Coming off a loss, I heard my opponent is coming off a win. I'm just excited to get back in there. I want to thank TFA and Todd for the opportunity. Been working on some new things. Just ready to get in there and fight, man. Let's do it.
What's going on? This is Joe Hernandez. This is my second fight here with TFA. I just want to thank Todd Meacham for bringing me back. Put on a good show last time, and I want to go ahead and do the same. This one here is for a belt, and this guy Dusty, I mean, he wants that belt, but I work hard every day. This belt is mine. I'm coming for it. You guys better enjoy the show because it's not going to last very much. 2 heavyweights, like I always say, we're coming out to bang. One of us is going down quick. It's the end of it. That's it.
Well, Jacob, what can we say? An eventful night here at TFA 30. Standing room only. There's more people here now than when it started, and we're at the final fight of the night. The super fight against 2 massive guys. Dusty Montoya, 265 pounds, versus Joe Hernandez, 260 pounds.
All right, TFA fans, this is our TFA super heavyweight title fight. I know both these guys are going to bring it. This is going to be amazing. Fighting out of the red corner, standing 6'4", 265 pounds, a Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist, training at Gracie Hammett. Give it up for Dusty.
Standing here with Dusty Montoya. Dusty, you fought a couple times now successfully for the TFA. Give us your thoughts about the fight tonight.
It's gonna be a gun show. You know, his nickname's 2 Guns. I got a tattoo on my arm of a gun, and it's gonna be a gunfight, man. So I'm excited to see what happens, man. I'm excited. We're gonna bang. We're gonna bang. I know that for sure. And I'm excited to see what happens, man.
Standing 6'3", is a freestyle fighter, 260 pounds. Training out of All In MMA with legendary coach Mike Rush. Give it up for Joe Hernandez.
Standing here with Joe Hernandez. Joe, you're a veteran now of the TFA. Today's the day of the fight. Give us your thoughts.
I don't really think about fighting. All I do is I go out there, I swing, and you know, there's only one or two possible outcomes. He gets knocked out quick, or I get knocked out. But that's the only way a heavyweight should fight, to me. You know, I don't have no game plan. Just go out there and swing.
That's right. How have you prepared for the fight today?
I've been doing a lot of weightlifting, so I'm a lot stronger. So I'm sure he's going to feel those punches a lot more once they connect, or once I actually touch him. You'll see.
Again, this is for the super heavyweight total title. Who got up? Let's go! Alright, TFA fans, this is your main event of the evening. Thank you to Tfa Xxx, and your fans for giving it up. I suggest you guys lay it all out for these guys. I'm afraid this cage holds up for this fight. Alright? What we're going to do right now, this is a title fight, so I'm going to give Mike the reach around, and we're going to bring the fighter to the middle.
Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch close down if you want. Got the sound will be all going out. After your business, let's go, man.
Alright, TFA fans, this is the last time you're going to hear me screaming in this mic.
fight. You know, he's got 6 fights. I told Joe, I talked about his diet. He says, my diet, I'm a super heavyweight, 265 pounds. That's my diet. And he said today, he's trying to take it to a professional level. He's exceeded himself in TFA. He now holds the title. He's ready to go pro. He told me he wants to show me he's at the pro level, and I believe he's done it. What are your thoughts?
Stay hungry. Stay hungry, man. That wins behind me. Go to the next one. Go to the next level. Do what I gotta do. I actually do gotta twist up my diet though. All them tacos and burritos ain't helping me. I know you guys seen that.
No, hey, I saw athleticism, man. 265 pounds, spinning heel kick, nice boot to the head, great coaching, great ethics. I see you going a long way. We're going to present this belt here, TFA 30s, super heavyweight champion. Joe, you want to give it to him? Joe Hernandez, super heavyweight champion. Give him proudly presents you the super heavyweight championship belt. Joe Hernandez. Joe Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen, super heavyweight TFA champion.
I'd like to just say thank you, TFA, for always giving me a shot out here. You guys are one of the best venues out here, man. Look at this, a packed house. What time is it right now? A packed house, man. Thanks, TFA. I'll be back again. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming tonight to the TFA 30 Plays in the Cage. Please drive home safely.
TFA kicks butt.